So how much do you depend on your altimeter?
The whole way. Straight.
Use your altimeter, but we want to start trying to get away from being dependent on the altimeter and start dialing in the sight picture. That's what's going to help you out a lot.
Yeah.
You have a very distinct pattern, but you have a very short base leg.
Okay.
We want to extend that base leg.
Okay.
We use that base leg. That's where everything you want to start working on right now is your accuracy, and everything to get to your setup point, which is your base to final.
Yeah.
Everything to get to that setup point, you can make all those changes along the base leg. If we do a short base leg where I'm turning in and about 2 seconds later I'm getting set up for my turn, you give yourself no room to vary at all.
Okay.
So this leg right here is where we can make all the adjustments we need to get to our setup point to do the turn.
Whether we need to hook
get
it out
what we need
or cut it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm coming across and I realize I'm gonna get up to my setup point way too high.
I was way too high on this last one.
We can either hang the brakes a bit so we're not going forward as much, we're killing a little altitude, or we can take it out a little bit. I'm on my base, I'm gonna come short of my target. I can cut it in a bit.
Okay.
Start thinking about things as halfway points between everything. So if I'm at 1,000 feet, my halfway point, which should put me even with my target, I should be 750.
Oh, if you know you're at 750 and your target's boom right there, you know you're in a good spot.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're using these altitudes, your halfway point on your downwind to where you want to turn for your base, if you're even with your target, you're on par for where you should be at.
Okay. So does that mean since I'm not using fronts, I should be starting a little lower than I'm normally doing?
No, we want to stay at the same altitude for now.
Okay.
So you want to get the basics dialed and then adjust from there.
Okay.
Never make an adjustment and then figure out if this works with that adjustment.
That's how you
Figure out what works and then adjust to make it smoother.
Alright.
So from the time you open till the time you land, you should always be piloting. What's up guys, Christian Cody. First and foremost, thank you for taking the time to review my resume and also giving me an opportunity to join you in stage 2 to become a new Flight 1 instructor. A little bit about myself and why I want to be a Flight 1 instructor. As early as AFF, I had a huge passion for canopy. It was my favorite part of every jump I did. And early in my career, about 30 jumps in, I decided to leave the East Coast, move out to Skydive Elsinore in California so I can make this something I focused on every day. And when I got to Skydive Elsinore, early on I made a friendship and a pretty strong bond with a guy named JT. And he took me under his wing, gave me a lot of knowledge and really kept an eye on me, made sure I was doing things the way I should be with my canopy and keeping things safe. And I saw that he had such a huge passion for canopy. That's where I learned about Flight 1. That's where I learned about the PD Factory team and everything that goes along with canopy piloting, a whole world out there. And through the years, I've had the opportunity to work with Flight 1, whether it was as a rigger, doing video, things like that. And I've seen that same dedication, determination, and discipline to teaching students from every Flight 1 instructor I've interacted with. And that really showed a lot to me. And that's why I want to follow in those footsteps to emulate the same thing for as many people as I can in our sport. And one of the reasons that I feel I'm a good fit for Flight 1 is we've seen over the years that skydiving has gotten safer and safer. But the thing that remains to be a problem that causes injuries and deaths in skydiving year after year, that's our biggest percentage of those, are incidents under a perfectly good canopy and there's no reason for it. So I'd like to work along with Flight 1 to teach people and give the knowledge to ensure that year after year those numbers go down, and maybe one year we'll finally have some time where that number gets to 0. So again, thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I really look forward to the chance to joining you in DeLand.